let's talk about why we're here today. We're here because you guys all have an interest in the music business, all right? What I'm about to talk to you about is really serious. I'm not speculating about this. The music business is a real serious situation, all right? And I'm going to just give you the breakdown. We talked earlier about how money is generated in the music business, okay? In 2001, I had the great opportunity of helping Lil Jon and the East Side Boys get signed to TVT Records, all right? In the transaction, okay, John went platinum. We talked about this morning. I'm going to reiterate this example. John went platinum in 2002, certified platinum. It means he sold 1 million copies of a record. The average sales price of the record was $10. All right? How much money was generated, class? $10 million. My man. All right? Off the rip, the record companies, because they control manufacturing and distribution, retain 90% of the gross. Class, how much money did the man put in his pocket? $9 million. Thank you. $9 million. So you follow? That means there's how much left? $1 million. $1 million. For what? The record company. Okay? How much does the artist get out of that $1 million? On average, 10%. My man is paying attention. Okay? The artist gets 10% of the net, the net, from whatever the record company or the distribution, whatever that split is. Okay? So there's $100,000 that the artist is having to deal with. But wait a minute. The artist has a video on BET. It cost him $450,000 to create this video. How much did the artist make?
He's in the hole.
He's in the hole. Negative $350,000. So he's got to deliver another album just to break even. Okay? Now I know we got some young people in here that's, under 12, and they might not really understand all of that. But I'm gonna just keep it real gangster. That's not a good deal. You understand? So that means somebody's losing their shirt. They're pulling a Michael Jackson. All of this. Alright? So what we want to do is we want to stop that from happening. The only way you can stop that from happening is by controlling and owning your content. You understand? So you guys have to control and own all of your songs. 100% ownership of all intellectual property needs to be owned and retained by your company. Period. End of story. Okay? Ownership is critical. Ownership is very critical. And that is one of the keys to winning in this music game. I'll give you one more example. Michael Jackson, when he died, we were told he died broke. Right? Okay. Michael Jackson was in the hole minus $500 million, right? This is Michael Jackson. Okay? This guy had over 500 unreleased intellectual property or albums in a vault, which has a value of over $8 billion. Okay? Sony understood this. They went to the parents. They want to cut a big, huge check. But we're told that he died broke. Negative $500 million. This is the guy that owned the Beatles catalog, which is the biggest intellectual property in the history of music. He owned it outright, but he died broke. Okay? So the problem with that is, if you accepted that, it's because you did not understand what intellectual property really was about. And intellectual property is about having money. It's like having real estate, except that it's a concept, and if you own that concept, you own it. Okay? And Mike understood this. Mike was probably the best businessman in music that I've ever seen. Okay? We understand this because of the deals that he did. All the deals that Mike did, he was in play. He owned his own stuff. He played the game by his own rules. Michael Jackson. Alright? Well, we got to do the same thing. Now, unfortunately, when Mike died, he had 2 attorneys that were written into his trust. And so there's a rift. The mother's going to ask the attorneys to give her a drawdown so she can pay off her house and doesn't go into foreclosure. So there's other things that are involved, but at the end of the day, the Michael Jackson family trust is in total and full effect and is still generating money today because Mike understood one thing, which is IP, intellectual property. And all of y'all in here tonight, if you don't understand IP, you need to Google it you need to get a dictionary, and you need to understand what intellectual property is and how you can duplicate that, because that is how you're going to get paid if you're going to choose to play in this game called music. All right?